Capricorn, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. For those of you who are just finding my channel, thank you for taking a chance on this video. My name is Michelle. This is Born Without Boundaries Tarot, and I am an astrologer and tarot card reader. I use astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards to divine weekly messages for you that basically provide insights into the energy that's surrounding you so that you know how to make it work for you. So please remember to subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. And there's always extended readings too, so you can get even more in depth. There are two ways to purchase those. One is through the traditional way, Vimeo. The link is right down below. And you can also join my Unbound membership, which offers up a lot of perks, including full access to every single extended video that I've ever made or that I will ever make moving forward. And you get a lot of other perks too, like live chats with me where I'll answer any tarot card questions you have, astrology questions you have, as well as exclusive content that only members get to see. Lots of great stuff. So check that out too. And if you want to join me for daily live tarot card readings, which are general readings for anyone who's interested, then check out my astrology motivation page, which is my second YouTube channel. And yeah, we get into some really nice chats on there as well. So let's start with the astrology, Capricorn. I actually think you thrive in this energy, because this energy is all about learning lessons the hard way. Aries is now shining strong. The sun has entered Aries, and Chiron is there too. And by next week, Mercury will be with the sun and Chiron. And that means the illumination and understanding of everything about ourselves that we now can appreciate and that we had to learn the hard way, the difficult way. And this week, therefore, before Mercury heads into Aries, is really all about you being able to discover different ways, especially since all of this is happening in your, hold on, this is your fifth house. No, this is your fourth house. So different things that you've learned as a kid, essentially, that ultimately, what is the you that you created versus the you that you were born as? Because really, Aries, the first house, is all about the you that you were born as. But what are the things that you always wanted to do and aspired to be and somehow didn't do? I think you thrive very well in this energy because you're used to dealing with things like inner conflict and shame. Now, shame always sounds like such a negative word because most of the time that it is, but not all negatives are bad things because we can make them work for us. And this shame inside, basically this week, is going to illuminate where you know you could have done better and where you realize you could still do more, that it's not over, that even though we may have put those dreams away, if you're still dreaming them, they're still important to you. And so this is the time to get after them in the perfect way that you do. Saturn is your ruling dignitary, and Saturn is still square these frickin' nodes. And what does that mean? It's a check-in. It's Big Papa Saturn being real gentle, and instead of bringing out the belt right away, he's calling you into the room to have a sit-down chat, to say, hey, so what's this? Think I wouldn't find out about this? Yeah. How could you do better? It's a gentle reminder. It's a check-in point, right? Of where, how can I do better? You know, and have I really chased or focused on the things that were really important to me? And what stupid shit did I listen to as I grew up that told me the things that are important to me aren't important to the world, so I should just put them away? And the level of shame or discontent or frustration in your life that's built over how many years, because you've been basically churning and turning your wheels to do what impresses somebody else instead of what impresses you. And a lot of times that's what Capricorns will do. You just put a task in front of them and they want to get it done and they want to be perfect at it, but they don't even stop to think, well, is this even really important to me? Like, what do I love? What is important to me? And of course you love to build things out. You love to create things and make things, and you love to make them sort of a firmament, right? That you love to make sure that they're solid. Well, this is the time when you can do that, when you can realize the game's not over, okay? You can absolutely start where you left off 40 years ago. And ultimately, it is that feeling of regret inside of yourself that's going to lead you to wanting to try again and get back into that activity. So actually, what seems like a big old negative turns out to be an amazing positive, because it's pushing you forward and it's bringing you back to your real sense of self and helping you move forward in that truth. So let's get into the cards after I take a little sip. It's tea that I make for myself with turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. That's it. No other things. Just turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon and hot water. Let's get into the cards. And I think that can still be considered a tea, right? It's supposed to be very cleansing for the body. Life is a mystery. And be at home. We just talked about this, okay? We just talked about your 4th house energy, but we also have life is a mystery. So what kind of mask have you been wearing, especially to your family? Or what kind of masks are you currently wearing because you think that you have to inside the space that you consider your home? This could also be a sense of, no, let's stick with this because I think that's what it is. There is a mask. I don't think it's somebody masked. I think it's you masked. So this is a spirit quest that we're on now. Happy birthday, Michelle Sandegate. To find the truth in ourselves. Not who we think we have to be for the people that made us or where we come from. Also a sense of what kind of, so let's stop calling it a mask and start calling it pretense. What kind of pretenses have become so natural to you, Capricorn, that ultimately you actually look in the mirror and mistake it for yourself, right? The sense of self and the understanding of the person underneath is going to, because that's Piscean energy. That's the mystery. The mystery is the real you. Now, how do we make that not a mystery, but a trusted friend? And that's the challenge right now, is to make your true self your true friend. Home is here. I also think there is maybe some things not being said. Let me just take stock for a second. This, fourth house is Aries. This could be some surprises in the home this week. When we look at this less esoterically and more practically, this could be surprises coming up in the home. So what are those surprises? But understand something. They will always refer back to bits and pieces of you starting to pop out. What are the surprises in your home? 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 Reclaim your power. Wow. So the aspects about you that you have been diminished for the lofty concept of house and home, coming back to this sense of self and coming out. This is emerging from the darkness. It could be the self emerging from the darkness, or something coming to light in your household. What is this? Okay, this is definitely about something that did not get a chance to live, or something that has been suffocated. Transformation is beautiful. Scorpionic energy has come out in reverse. It could have to do with the South Node, like taking things, being comfortable, staying in your comfort zone. But ultimately, this is a sense of either reluctance to change or suppression, so that you weren't able to change or allowed to change. And this relates now to that, right? This is in the past. And this week relates to, and we have a double 4 here. 4 is really solid energy. So really feeling solid about what you're about to show someone, or what's about to be said or unveiled. Okay, let's get a little deeper. What does this mean? What does this mean? Learn from the past. And this is actually Taurus energy. So this is charging forward with something that you are very certain of. It could be something with matriarchal energy. But what does it really mean? Learn from the past. Reclaim your power. You don't want this shit to happen again. Right? You don't want to be suppressed or pushed down or have to like eat your own shit again. You don't want to have to feel smothered again. You just don't want to. This is about breaking out and showing your authority. It's showing your full strength. It's getting your full power back. And ultimately, I don't think maybe the people who live with you really understand this shit about you. I don't think they know it. And it's because you have 1111 kept the peace. But peace is not a pretend thing. Peace is something that you find in the truth, right? That's not peace when it's because you're suppressing something or hiding something. So ultimately, expect right now disturbances of the peace based on the truth and what has to be spoken about, talked about, rectified, or confronted. This could have something to do with a mother figure. It could have to do with confronting your mother-in-law. It could have to do with somebody else who you consider a mother, or somebody who considers you a mother, actually coming out and confronting because you didn't know something was going on. And now you fucking do. So what is going on? I don't know. Y'all gotta, I don't know. You tell me your life. Leave that in the comments below. Let me know what's going on, because that would be a really interesting conversation. Love is all around. I did not expect that fucking card to come out. So could somebody have been hiding something from you in terms of moving forward into marriage, a further deeper commitment? Learn from the past. It's Taurus energy, so it can be Hierophant energy. It's like almost like, wow, this is a surprise announcement. Somebody calling, making a phone call, letting somebody know. This is Gemini energy, and Gemini rules the 3rd house. Your 3rd house is Pisces, and of course there's a lot going on in Pisces right now. We still have Jupiter and Neptune. Next week Jupiter and Neptune will be in perfect conjunction with each other. There's a lot of idealism that comes there, and ultimately that could make you really, really bold to be able to love somebody out loud, or say that you love somebody, or really just realize and understand and be able to put to words what it is you really care about. So if you're feeling that stirring deep down inside of you, Capricorn, understand that in the next week and a half, you are geared to just let it all out and actually say it or communicate it. I don't know who the hell you're going to be communicating. You could be the world. You could be announcing to your family that this is what I want, or this is what I'm going to move forward with. Okay? All of this is really powerful, like you in a powerful position. So there's no red flags. I gotta say, there will be discomfort. I don't know what else to say. There will be discomfort. But hey, you know how to do that. Be fearless and bold. This is Aries energy, which is a timestamp marking that, yeah, this is going to happen in Aries season. But it also means that there is this fire inside of you. And ultimately, when you know you want it, you're going to go get it. And it's also an encouragement. Think of it as like a spiritual pep talk, where the universe is saying to you, be fearless and bold. Go after this. This is the time. This is the time to make that statement. This is the time to come out and just like have confidence in yourself, be faithful with yourself. It's also a sense, let me say this to you. I think it's also a sense of recognizing how important you are to people, or finally realizing like I don't know, like when you make the moves, it's not going to be to anything bad happening or it backfiring in your face. Like, I don't see any of that here. In this energy, it's almost like a sense of something is going to embolden you. It's going to make you more courageous and more apt to what you may think right now is taking risks, but it's not taking risks if you're sure of yourself. When you're sure of yourself, the risk drops away. Right? It's like, you know, those fucking skiers that go all the way up the mountain and they fucking like slalom and then like doing this big old thing. For me, that would be a risk. I'd break my goddamn neck and kill myself. But for them, because they understand and they're self-assured, they ain't fucking scared. They're excited. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. You about to go down your big ass slope and you're about to do that with the skill of an Olympian. Why? Because you understand now that you've prepared for this. You have a level of self-reliability and confidence that is going to make it feel like it's not a risk at all. Like it's more just, you know, you being you and you being you out loud. Hold on. What area of life is this happening in? We have rest and rejuvenate. That doesn't answer my question. You could be asserting yourself by saying, I can actually do me now. Instead of everybody else, I can do me now. And rest and rejuvenate, we have 4 here. And then we have moving on. Happy birthday, Doug Denny, 623. Rest and rejuvenate and then move on. Give yourself what you need and then get the show on the road. Isn't that interesting how much more energy you have inside of yourself when you give yourself the time to just, right? Rest and relaxation. I feel like you're ready. You may have taken a break recently, or you're going to take a break recently, so that you can move on. I think now you're wise to the fact that if I push myself too much, I actually make myself less productive. So this is where the experience and the wisdom is coming in right now, Capricorn. Essentially, a week where you realize it's important for me to give myself the space that I need, the time that I need, and before I unveil all these things, I'm just going to let myself breathe. I don't know if you're going on vacation or you're taking a vacation, but you gotta sip life. And you gotta know that it's important to do so. There's also a sense of completion. I think this also could be metaphoric for something has been in stagnation or something hasn't moved forward in a while. I don't know what part of your life it is, but it's something that has kind of like plateaued. Let's say plateaued. You're able to move on from that now. A little more insight into what we're moving on to toward, what we're moving on toward. Turquoise, spiritual path. Oh, shit. And this could cause conflict. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. What the fuck does that mean? Let's ask more cards. What does that mean? What necessary life changes are we making? What necessary life changes are we making? What necessary life changes are we making? Could have something to do with your physical health, your physical body. You want to get in shape. You want to look good. You want to feel better. That's what poised could be about. It's like you want to just move more elegantly and feel better. It's also about being prepared, being ready. But being ready for what? What are their true beliefs? What changes are they making? I don't even think, I just heard this from Spirit. I don't even think you realize you're making the changes. Hear me out. This is an example, and it's a metaphor or it's an analogy. It's an analogy. It's not literal. But say you started working out a lot, right? You started like hitting the gym a lot. And I'm not saying you all are, or that the cards say that you should, though it's really great to get into your body in Aries season. And that is why with my Unbound members, I am posting 5 days a week. I am posting workout videos, me doing workouts, me sweating like a pig and looking like a fool. But you can come and join me and do it with me. And I hope that you will on the Unbound membership. Anyway, poised is about getting into shape. Like say you just started getting into shape. You were really dedicated. You wanted to get into shape. You want to make yourself look good. It's Aries season, so you're doing this for you. What you don't realize is there's a marriage proposal coming. So that you're getting in shape for you, just to feel look and feel good for you, but then you will be able to slide right into your wedding shit without even realizing you weren't doing it for that. But it's setting you up for a larger happiness. Just the fact that you're putting in the hours. It could also mean you're just going to have success in whatever you're putting the hours into. There's some celebration here, though. And that could mean attaining your goal. And I don't think that you realize how close that is. How close you are to actually being ready. Right? For something maybe a little bit bigger than you expected. And it's not that you're not dreaming big. I think that you are. I just don't think that you realize how much happiness comes with actual happiness. And that's the happy surprise, isn't it? Oh, no. I feel like these cards have something to say. I knew that they had something to say, right? As soon as it came out. I'm going to join. Let's go to tarot. Let's go to tarot. And I'll continue this message and see you links below.